Hi there. My name's Mark. You might remember me from our class earlier this year. Finally going to get back to it starting on, just in a couple weeks here. On Wednesday at 4 o'clock, first Wednesday of October. And we'll continue on at 4 o'clock every Wednesday until December. Until the first week of December. So our last class will be the first Wednesday in December. And then we'll take a break again. So we're going to look deeper into what we started with before. I might call this next steps for the ambitious beginner, taking a deeper look. So we're going to flesh out some of the playing concepts that we talked about earlier, and also some of the bidding things. Now you see today I've decided to make you a quick little movie. This is on a topic called suit establishment. And hopefully I've got the right deals coming up. I've got my iPhone going here with screen record. Pretty exciting stuff. We'll see later whether it worked or not. I get dealt here a really nice hand. I've got 7, 6 of 13, 4 of 17, for 21 points with a stiff. We could open this a number of ways. We could open it 1 diamond and reverse into 2 spades. That would be a game-forcing reverse. Some people might even consider that a jump shift. Or we could pretend that we are a balanced hand. We could open it 2 no trump with our, 22, 6, 7, 6, 13, 7, 21. We could pretend it's a balanced hand. Just open it 2 no trumps and see what happens. Or we could open it 2 clubs. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 losers. We got 1, 2, 3. Well, we got four quick tricks, I guess, if we count the queen jack as a trick. And I kind of like to have 4 quick tricks and no more than 4 losers. So let's count the losers. 1 spade, 1 heart, 2 clubs. Eats up a lot of ground to do that, so I'm going to start with 1 diamond. Well, now my 2 spades here is going to show a 22-point hand max. They leave me off here. I hope this is the right hand. So he's only got 3 points, but with my 22, we got 25, and really like to be in game here. I guess I didn't really. Maybe I should jump to the 3 level. But we have no spade losers. Remember, in suits, we're going to count, especially at low level counts. Let's scratch that. We count losers in a suit contract. Sometimes it's beneficial, however, to also count winners. So, for instance, here we have no losers in spades. Alternatively, we could say we have 4 winners. Right? We'll get a trick with every one of our spades. We have 2 losers in hearts, and we have what appears to be, potentially 5 losers in diamonds. Right? Problem is we need to do something about that diamond suit. Now, what I'm going to suggest here is our plan should be to grow those diamonds up, right? We're going to promote them. We're going to do that by taking advantage of I think 2 chances to lead at those honors. Let's see. These split evenly. Yeah, they do. So now I can pick up. I got 2 leads to the north to pick up the diamond suit. So let's lead. This is kind of a guess here. There was no bidding by the other people, so we could lose 2 diamonds right off the bat here if it was the ace and queen. And hopefully somewhere along the line during those 2 tricks we will get the jack and 10. But this is a guess. We haven't got any information on. I'm just going to go up with the king. It wins. So that means the queen is in west, and the ace is in east. And I think that the thing we might want to do here is just see if we can drop them. One of those is bound to be a doubleton. There's the 10. No. The next time they come around, though, it will drop. 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 and 13. So we got them both to drop. So now those are grown up. Right? Those are now winning tricks. So we've got 6 tricks here. We've got 7 with the ace of hearts six tricks in pocket right now. We got the ace of hearts for 7. We got 2 diamond tricks, 4, 8, and 9. So we don't really have an opportunity here to take advantage of the potential for a heart finesse. But they may lead it to us here. No, not so lucky. So we get 9, and there we get 10. So we get 10 tricks there. And you can see what we did is we had all those diamonds that were potential losers, right? And what we did was, since we had 5 in our hand, 2 in the dummy, we just promoted everything. We just led those diamonds until we were promoting them. Right? And we got those 2 winners at the end. So that's called suit establishment. And we do that a lot. Do that in no trump, and we can do it in suit contracts. Let's see if we can get another one. I stored these hands just random, usually from robot games that I played, and usually where I screwed up. When something was real obvious, I would save it, but I don't really have any good notes on them. Hopefully before class I'll get my act to get together a little bit more. So 8, 3, 11, and 4 is 15, right? Another good invitational hand. We have 6 spades. We have Doubleton honors in the minors. So one thing I could do here is I could open 1 no trump, right? But it'll be really hard to convince my partner that I have 6 spades. Opening 1 no trump would show points, though. So there's something to be said for that. But I think that I can do the same thing by simply jumping in spades to 3 spades after a response by my partner. So here, let's see what 3 spades is. 16 to 18 points. So we'll do that. And he puts us in 4 spades. So now we have an 8-card spade fit, missing the queen. So we probably have at least 1 spade loser. We obviously have a heart loser. We got the ace king there. And for you, those of you who weren't with us the first time, when I say losers, we count the long trump hand. Right? We count only the losers in the long trump hand. Those are the only ones that matter. So long trump hand in this case is my hand. And we have the ace and the king of hearts, but that means there's a 3rd heart in my hand. That's a loser. I have 2 club losers. Right? Now, I got to deal with that. And then I have 0 diamond losers. 0 diamond losers, right? Because the 9 can go under the king. So I've got 1 heart loser and 2 club losers and probably a spade loser. So I'm going to need to get rid of some losers. Even just 1 should do the job, absent a bad spade split. And because the hearts are protected, right, that heart loser is protected by the ace and the king, I've got a little bit of time to try to figure that out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find a place to put that heart in the dummy. Right? Now, if you recall, primary way for getting rid of losers is to ruff them in the dummy. So we need a shorter suit. We don't have that on this hand. Or we put them on winners in the dummy, right? So what we're going to try to do here is establish the diamond suit. Okay, so come over here. There's the ace. That's sweet. And notice I'm doing this before, trying to establish the diamonds before I pull trump. And that's because I need that king of spades as an entry. So I could, in theory, I could let this go and hope that West had the jack. That's all fine and good, but the problem is that I have the king of clubs and the 9 of clubs, and the only way that that king goes good is if it's led at, right? If it's led through and West has the ace of clubs, then I lose out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and take the king, right? That's 8, right? So we're still missing the queen jack. And that's about it. Then I think with 7. But what I'm going to do now with 8 of them out is I'm going to go ahead and just lead to it. And I'm going to ruff high as I can. I'm going to ruff with a 10. So look, there comes the 10. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The 2 diamonds are now good. 2 diamonds are now good. Now I have to pull trump. I've kept my king of hearts and the king of spades as entries. So we're going to go ahead and use the king of spades now as an entry. Okay, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11. And I ruffed once for 12. So go ahead and lose the 13th one. And they tried to get the club, but notice by what I did was I would have gotten it. Maybe what I was the king of clubs was always going to be good because the ace of clubs had to play before it. So that was a 50-50 chance, and it's possible that had I tried the finesse there, that everything would have worked out. But I took a safe play, right, by making sure that East didn't get on lead before we knew where the ace of clubs was. Now I've got an entry. Whenever you try to establish a suit, you have to have a way to get to that suit, right? And now I'm able to throw away that heart loser. Then we get the heart, and now we're going to get an over trick. So a hand on which it was clear we had 4 or 5 losers, we were able to establish a suit in the dummy. You can establish a suit in the dummy, or like in the hand before, you can establish it in your hand. Let's try another. Okay. 9, 6, 15, 18, 4, 22 points. Great hand with 5, 4 in the majors. This one I'm going to go ahead and open 2 clubs. 2 diamonds, a lead directing double. Right? We don't mind that because we've got the ace of diamonds. Go on, come ahead and lead at us. But now I'm going to go ahead and bid my spades. And, this is going to end up getting played in the north. So I'm going to get out of this seat. Let's sit in this one. Put a robot there. Cool. Now this probably should have gone to slam. Yeah, I didn't even think about that when he bid the hearts. So let's see if we can undo. Probably have to take the robots out. Yeah. So we'll undo to the 4 hearts here. See what if the robot goes for it. No, he's just going to bid it, so won't worry about it. This is the teaching table isn't bad here, but it has this weird glitch where you have to actually turn on the host show and then turn it on the host don't show all the hands if you happen to sit at 2 seats at any point in the hand, if you do that, which I did there. So, all right, so we're going to play at 4 hearts, or should I just bid 6 hearts? This is a ridiculous bid. We'll call it 6 hearts. So we have some problems, right? We have a loser in diamonds, and then we have the ace of clubs. That is a loser. So can we think of any way that we're going to be able to get rid of kind of starting to wish that I hadn't bid this up to slam now. So how would we do that? We have 5 spades, and those spades have to cover quite a bit of ground. We can throw the diamond. Oh, how about this? This is an interesting play. We're going to do this as a dummy reversal. I think I can pull the trump. If I can pull the trump with South's hand, then we'll pretend like it's the long hand. We'll pretend that it's the long hand. So I'm going to do it once this way just to make sure that in case there's a bad split, but it's not. Okay, so I pulled all the trump. Right? And now I'm going to try to ruff in the small hand. So here I get rid of the diamond. They broke evenly. So I threw a diamond. I'm going to throw a club. Going to ruff a diamond. And then I'll just go ahead and lose the club. Now see what we did there, I want to look quick, is we used the spades to get rid of losers in our hand, and we were able to, because of our massive amount of trump, we were able to get rid of all our losers except for a club. We just gave the club to them, and we make 6 hearts. Let's see if we can look at that. Yeah, this is kind of fun. It's really small, but we're in 6 hearts, right? And the first round he leads the king of diamonds, we win it. Right? And what we're going to do is we're going to pull the trump, basically using the shorter trump hand, and then we're going to set up those spades to throw away all of the losers in North's hand. Right? So I went ahead, I was a little worried, I had a lot of trump, I was worried about a 3-1 split. And so I didn't want to, I want to pull trump basically with South's hand. Fortunately, it broke twice, so I could have just led 2 high hearts from my South hand. But it's possible that if it were 3-1, I would need 3. So I went ahead and used one of North's hand. This is called a dummy reversal. And I'm maybe not technically correct, but certainly in my planning, I planned this hand from the short hand. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play the spades. Now I need a break here, right? Because otherwise, we're not going to be able to pitch losers. I'm going to have to ruff if they split badly. But as you saw, they split evenly. Right? So they split 3-3, which left me 2 spades. So what do I do with them? Right? Well, one of them, the last queen, I throw away the diamond, right? So we no longer have a diamond loser, right? And we only have 1 club loser in the dummy. This might be an overly complex explanation of this hand, but you can see that I pitched 2 of them there. And now we can ruff the diamonds and we can ruff the 2 clubs. So basically I broke it all down so we could finish up on a cross ruff, which we did after we gave him the king. One more. Let's see, back to play. And then redeal. Let's see what we get here. Looks like I should be back in South's hand, so I'm going to go over to South's hand. I'm not feeling bad about the apps, the new apps, and the new version of BBO. We'll see whether I can make it work when we start having class using the big teaching table. All right, so now we gotta do the weird thing again because I'm sitting in both hands. Darn it. Watch this. This is weird. It doesn't just keeps showing me all the hands until I go and click it to show all the hands, and then go back in and unclick it to say don't show me all the hands. If anybody knows software programmer at BBO, tell them that's a silly glitch. So 8, 3, 11, 4, 15 points, and again with a stiff. Kind of love this hand though with the 5 diamonds, and I'm really, really tempted to open this one no trump, and I'm going to. Right? It's a strong hand, much stronger than a normal opener, but maybe not strong enough to jump shift into spades. So I'm going to do one no trump and look at that. So now what do we do? They're going to transfer me to hearts. Do I think this is the equivalent of a 17-point hand? I have 4. Shouldn't I be super accepting? 8 and 3, 11, 12, and 3 is just 15 points. But because we opened one no trump, we know we're much stronger than that because of the stiff ace, 8 of clubs. I'm going to super accept, and I think the robot will let me super accept by bidding the short suit. And he's just retransferring me to spades and leaves me there. So he had nothing. So now we probably got ourselves in a little bit of jam. Where's everybody else going to be at this hand? If they open one diamond, they probably won't even get a response. If they get a response, it'll be a spades. You'll say three spades. We should all be in about the same contract. So the queen of spades is out. Remember, we're counting losers from North's hand, which is the weaker of the two hands, but the longer trump suit. So we'll count the losers from over there. We have the ace of diamonds as a loser, and that's basically it. So one diamond loser, three club losers, two heart losers. I think we're up to 6 now. And then potentially a spade loser for 7. So we have potentially 7 losers in this hand. What can we do to make up for it? Well, obviously we could ruff a couple clubs. Right after one play of clubs, we could ruff a club. And then we could get back over there somehow, ruff another club. So that's one thing we can do. The other thing that we can do is we can establish this diamond suit. In fact, it may become established on the very first trick here. Right? If we get established the diamond suit, then all we need is to have an entry over there. And what entry is that? Well, ace of hearts, maybe a spade. And then if we establish that diamond suit, we should have 2 or 3, let's see, they're going to get the ace, then they get one more. We'll have 3 winning tricks in the short dummy hand to pitch things, right? So we can pitch all the hearts, maybe pitch all the clubs, right? But let's go ahead and get started on it. We're going to establish a suit, right? So look at all those are now good. There goes the 8 of clubs. And they'll lead them again because I opened no trump, right? They didn't know that meant that I was fooling around with them. Right? So it's all established right now. Can I pull trump? Sure. If we get lucky, they'll both come down. Here's the queen. Lucky enough. Very good. And now the diamond suit is established. These are all winners. Right? And we're just going to throw away all the hearts. I guess we better throw away the club, excuse me, because I don't have any way to ruff it anymore. Ace of hearts. Partner, I told you I super accepted. I was really happy with that hand. And we make 11 tricks. Unfortunately for 200 points. Maybe it's my fault. Kind of curious to see if I'd opened it normal. If robot would have cooperated. I think we can find out. Can we go to history and say export and upload deal table? We'll go back there and see if it's there. Yeah. So let's try opening a diamond and see what happens. Not much there. Bid 2 spades. He's still ignoring me. Double for takeout. Bids 4 spades. There we go. All right. So establishing a suit. Now notice what we did was we were basically using the one basic technique we talked about, right? Is we were discarding losers from our hand on winners in the short trump hand. That's what we were doing. When we had those diamonds, we were throwing away losers on them. But to get it to happen, we had to establish the suit. And what we did to establish the suit, in this case, was pretty easy, right? We just played the queen and the ace got played. Now it's established. Right? Sometimes it's much harder than that. Let's try one more. Hopefully this won't get too long. 9 and 4 is 13 and 6 is 19. So another good hand. This is a balanced hand, right? So what we do on a balanced hand is we bid our 5-card suit, and then we jump to the 2 level, right? And this 2 no trump says 18 or 19 points. And then we get a 3-diamond bid. And if you're familiar with it, this is a sort of a check back saying partner. Remember that one heart could have been is ambiguous, the ambiguous major as we call it. Right? We don't know how long it is. Also, I skipped right over spades, and in theory I could still have spades, 4 spades. So in any event, North is asking me to tell him whether or not I have 3 hearts, and of course I do. But before we get there, since I'll be playing it from North's side, I'm going to go over there. This time I'll get out of both seats and then get in this one. Maybe I can avoid the glitch. I do this carefully. Yes, I did. So now he shows the 3 hearts, and of course now we see North's hand, and we're happy to go to game. Do we want more? 6, 8, 9, opposite 18 with a void. Void's in the club suit. Missing the King, Jack, 10 of hearts, and no guaranteed partner is going to help out there. I think 4 hearts is probably safe enough. And look what we find in the dummy. Oh, is that pretty, right? We get the lead of the Jack. That's interesting. That means that what's missing is the 10. Right? 10, 6. I'm a little worried this is going to be shortage too, but let's go ahead. We'll leave the 9 and 8 over there. Win this with the queen. Let's untangle that in a little bit. So losers. It looks like we have the King of Hearts is a loser unless it just drops on the Ace of Hearts. Potentially the 10 of Hearts could be a loser as well. Part of me wants to lead to the 9 of Hearts and just lose to the 10 and hope the King will drop third time around. But that requires a 3-2. If it's 4-1, then that's a little dicey. So anyways, in the spade suit, I have 3 losers, right? One of them can go under the Ace of Spades, but then I've got 3 spade losers that have to be dealt with. And then in diamonds, I'm missing the King of Diamonds. Right now, I could try finesses in either of those suits, right? Hope that the King of Diamonds is in East. Hope that the King of Spades is in West. If it is, I can just lob up to the Queen and he'll play it, or I'll win the Queen. But if it's in East, I lose. So if the Kings are wrong, if the King of Diamonds turns out to be to the right, it turns out to be in West, playing after the Queen, then I lose that finesse. And if the King of Spades turns out to be in East, then I lose because it comes after the Queen. Is there a better solution? Well, look at the club suit. All right. I got 1, 2, 3 tricks. Whoops, don't pay attention to that. I got 3 tricks right there, meaning I could pitch 3 spades underneath it. That seems like a safer way to go. So is there any danger of getting roughed in? Well, there's 8 of them out. They'd have to be split 6-2 or worse to get roughed on the Ace, King, Queen. So my inclination right now is to lead up to the 8 of spades and get rid of my losers. Notice this establishes the suit, may establish the suit as well, depending on how it splits. Right. So there's 3. So a 5-3 split means there's a chance somebody could rough right now. But if they both follow, then I can actually get a rough here. And I did. So they both followed. So they were 4-4. The 8 of clubs is established. It's actually a winning trick. But of course, we got this other problem that I have not dealt with yet, which is I have not settled out the trump. And there was a danger, I think, that East was a singleton. Right? So there's not. We win that one. We can rough this one. We can pull the last trump with the Ace of Hearts, the 10. And then we can we try our finesse anymore? I don't think so. I mean, it's possible it wins, but you don't really want to risk the contract. And frankly, I didn't count carefully enough to figure out if I could have figured it out. But I know the 8 of clubs is good. I hope it is anyways. And it is. So we'll leave the queen. Person who kept the king should not have kept another diamond, but if they did, we'll get that one. And we make 10. So anyways, what you saw there is we had a suit that was already established. I didn't have to do anything to establish that one, except play 3 trump, ruff 1, leaving us 1 in the 1 left over. So we established the 8 of clubs by playing 3 rounds, right? We know they have 8 of them. If they're split 6-2, then we'll get roughed, but that seems unlikely, right? Got to play the best, you got to get some luck in this game. So we played 3 of them. They all followed. We played another one. They all followed, and I was able to ruff. Now the clubs are all gone. And when I was able to pull trump and get back to the club suit with the ace of diamonds, I was able to win yet the 10th trick with the 8 of clubs. So that's how you establish a suit. And we're going to do more of that. I have a bunch of hands for you this year, this session, that I've been saving with you in mind. We'll work on this technique. We'll work on some other ones. We'll work on blocking problems, when you block a suit and how to unblock it. We're going to work on, I don't know, we'll touch on a lot of stuff. But they'll all come back in the end, to our basic issues that we talked about that first time, because those tools, those techniques are the ones that are going to last you forever. And here we use 2 of them, right? We roughed a loser and we established one, right? So, anyways, this now I'll see if it worked. I'll have to transfer this file over to YouTube somehow. See you. Maybe I'll do another one if I get a chance before October, the first Wednesday in October. But I hope to see you all there again. And please invite other friends that you've met along the way that you think are in the same experiences level as you. I like to think of us as just getting into the intermediates, sort of like advancing beginners to intermediates. And frankly, a lot of players who call themselves advanced could use a lot of this study as well, but like me. See you soon, and thanks.